This could be the greatest atmosphere in World Cup history.
Good morning. It is day 32 of going to a game every single day of the World Cup, and today is the big one. Our two favorite fan bases showing down in Atlanta. Argentina versus England semifinal. Yesterday was France versus Spain, which happened to disappoint a little bit in terms of atmosphere, but there's no concern for that today. Apparently, the FBI is on notice for this game potentially being dangerous because of the history and passion between these two fan bases. I said I don't think anything would ever compare to England at the Azteca, but what is going to go down today could be like something we have never seen in this series thus far. Let's get on this flight, head down to Atlanta, and see the craziest atmosphere at the World Cup.
We've just touched down in Atlanta. We're 3 hours and 15 minutes until kick. The agenda is simple. Get off this plane, get some coffee, get changed to my England kit, and get down with the England fans. Now, apparently the FBI is aware of the violence that may ensue from this match, so I'm not a fighter. As you guys know, we don't really support that, but if the Three Lions name, if Kane and Jude need me to fight some Argentinians, I am unfortunately mentally and physically prepared to do so. So let's get down to the stadium, let's get with the England fans, and come on England.
Part one done, we have secured our coffee. If you want an idea of just how much bigger this match is than yesterday's, the get-in for yesterday was $750. Today, it's close to $2,500, which just gives you a sense of how many more England and Argentinian fans are planning to travel here for this match rather than Spain and France. Gonna be bonkers.
Step 2 is complete. We got changed into our England kit. Not a process I become better at. Or more enjoyable changing in a bathroom stall, but nonetheless it is done. To the bag drop we go. I cannot wait to get rid of these bags. It's just a level of freedom that comes when it's just you, yourself, and I, and you're not handicapped by these things. Thank you. All right, bags have been dropped. Free as a bird. Let's head down to the stadium. We may be outnumbered today. It's gonna be a challenge. I mean, what an atmosphere we have already. It's night and day to what we saw yesterday in Dallas. And we're not even with the Argentina fans, just the England fans. I know they're marching down to gates 3 and 4, which we're not going to get involved in because we're all England today. But today is going to be so special. Nah, 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 nah. Hey, Jude. What's your name and where are you from?
Johnny from London.
It should be about an even split today. What do you expect the atmosphere to be like in there?
So I got it yesterday, and it felt in Atlanta, it was like 5-1 Argentina to England fans.
There's a lot.
There's a load of Argentinian fans who are like trying to get tickets outside the ground as well. So I think we'll probably be outnumbered.
I'm actually come all the way from Singapore.
Really?
Thousands of miles away to be with England for the whole World Cup. This is the biggest game for 60 years.
Ever since I was 6 years old, I wanted to see England beat Argentina in the knockout rounds of the World Cup.
Course.
Since the Hand of God game. It's the first England game I remember watching.
This is the time, our chance to get to the final for the first time since 1966. We have got Bellingham, we've got Kane, we've got an unbelievable team. We can make this happen.
Can you explain to the people who may not understand the off-the-pitch history between these two countries?
Yeah, so we had a war against England and Argentina had a war. It's called the Falklands War. It was in the 1980s.
The conflict began on the 2nd of April. The Prime Minister gave permission for a nuclear sub to sink an Argentine cruiser, and 368 people were killed. And Argentina formally surrendered on the 14th of June. 913 people had lost their lives.
They don't teach the War of Falklands in American schools, so this is the first I'm learning of it. So that's partly why they hate each other. 1980 war, feels pretty recent for a war.
But when it comes to football, if there's any excuse to have more of a rivalry, that's it.
And then obviously I knew Hand of God, and I knew Beckham's red card on Simeone, but when you put it all together, Messi's first time playing him, their attempt to get to the World Cup final for the first time in 60 years, you really start to feel why this is such a big deal and why this atmosphere that we are seeing has been created. It's also pretty insane how many Argentinians there are who traveled here with no ticket. I've never seen this amount of people trying to scalp for a ticket this big. Also, what a setting. for a game, man. So do not forget to hit that subscribe button because we are giving away a jersey, and all you have to do is subscribe to Fanatics and Snapback Sports to be entered. It's a free giveaway. You can win one of these beautiful red England kits. These are all the giveaway winners that we've given jerseys away thus far on the journey. You can join that list. Just hit that subscribe button. Now we're gonna head inside, see what the atmosphere is like. I saw that early doors, people are saying it's 4-1 inside of the stadium also. I thought it would just be outside of the stadium because there's so many Argentinians who may not be going to the game, but we'll give it a look when we get inside. Attempt number 1 to get into the England section was denied. The security seems to be all over it, which sucks, honestly, because this isn't like the Norway match where you can find England fans anywhere. They're not like seriously outnumbered, but are outnumbered by the Argentina fans. So I'd like to get as close to the England fans as possible. We'll try again during the hydration break, but we're headed up to our seats in the 300s now, and we'll see what happens. We've made it to our seat, and as you can see, I'm just fully surrounded by Argentinian fans. This is just not gonna work. So hydration break, we're heading back down, but official prediction is 3-1 to England. I think this Argentina side is wildly overrated. This setting, England has been here before. They came back from down against DR Congo. I think they come out hot. Don't repeat what they did last time they were in the stadium and get on them early. And as always, shout out to XB Ticket. Got us in for cheaper than anywhere other site you could. I may need to put in a special request if England makes the final to be in their fan section, because I simply can't be having all this Argentina It is the Argentinians making all the noise during this England national anthem. God save the king. You couldn't hear the speakers, you couldn't hear the fans. This is insane. The Argentinians are belting out their anthem, but the England fans are whistling. The noise in this stadium is insane. Oh my God. This fan battle may be crazier than what ends up happening on the pitch. I don't know the history of the World Cup that well. I don't know the history of atmospheres and things like this. But I have a feeling this could be one of the best atmospheres in the history of the World Cup. History. Without a host nation playing. So exclude when a host nation is playing at home. This could be the greatest atmosphere in World Cup history. I'm not even kidding. You have Argentinians showing up for potentially Messi's last World Cup, and you have England fans showing up for their chance to be in a World Cup final for the first time in 60 years. This is insanity. 3, 2, 1. Game number 32. Argentina versus England, and we are underway to a noise that I don't think we've heard since the Azteca. Football's coming home again with Thomas Tuchel. Panting alone, man. I need this hydration break to come so I can get down there with the lads. Argentina starting off, they're leaving a little bit in on every challenge just to let them know that the physicality of these Argentines, which is what makes them so good, is going to be there all game. Paredes left one in, McAllister left one in. No cards yet, but I'd imagine this ref is going to want to give a card early to set the tone that that's not going to fly. But there's been a clear decision made by Argentina to let the England players know that we're there, which will be an interesting battle for this one. We already have our first scuffle on the field between the players. There's also so many Argentines in the England fan section, that's not going to end well. I could see like a full-on scrap on the field and off in the stands any second. This game just has a certain level of electricity on the pitch and off the pitch that you just didn't get in Dallas yesterday. Like you could just feel there's a palpable buzz in this game right now. All right, hydration break. Let's go see if we can get into the England section. I've had enough being surrounded by the Argentinians. Come on, let us in, man. Let us in. They don't check because you have people rushing out and then rushing back in constantly, which is huge. All right, we have made it in. I couldn't be happier. Oh, I'm buzzing with this now, mate. Huge shout out to Sam Farley. He sent me a screenshot of his ticket inside of the section. Absolute legend. Shout out him. England! England! Huge challenge on Messi, and it's all kicking off.
It's kicking off.
You think so?
It's kicking off. It's kicking off.
La 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 la! La 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 la! about 28 yards out. It looks like Rice is going to try and whip one quick to the back post. Hopefully someone can get a head on it. Come on, Dex. Whipping a good ball, man. To the back post. Yes. Oh, and that's the end of the first half. What a shit half. Nothing. This game has penalties written all over it. Neither of these teams wants to make the first mistake or do anything wrong.
So for Snapback experiences, we rate every single match or game on 4 categories: fans and atmosphere, food, uniqueness, stadium city gameplay. And for food, we have something really special today. This is all for $20. Not only is it one of the nicest stadiums, but it has the best food prices in all of America, potentially the world. First up, the pizza. 4 on the pizza. Chicken tenders an 8, solid tender. French fries 7, kind of crispy and salty. Hot dog. Hot dog's like a 5. Popcorn. That's an 8.5 popcorn. And then finally, fountain drink. I went with lemonade. Minute Maid lemonade's a 10 every single time. You just cannot beat
This value. Is everything a hit? No. But are there enough makes to outweigh the misses for $20 without a shred of doubt? All right, we are back out for the second half. Hopefully this one livens up a little bit. England needs to get going. It doesn't look like they made any changes, so same squad. Had to get all the beers. Obligatory. Come on! Oh my God! Wait till it's too cool. Come on, Anthony. What a ball, what a finish by Gordon. Gordon! Jed! All the way! To New York! All the way! How do we get there? I don't know. How do we get there? I don't care. All I know is England's on the way! Since then, we've been sitting in the entire match, and you just can't do this for 30 minutes. It's just not sustainable, so we're going to need to play with them up the lead. Well done. But this can't go on. We're going to need to play with them, try and possess the ball, score another, because sitting in for 30 minutes is just not going to be sustainable against this Argentina side. Go on, Dex. Hit it, H! Ooh. Messi is picking this team apart. Tuchel's waving them to get further up the pitch, but when you put a 5 back, there's no outlet. You can't get forward.
They say Mexico.
This is just insane. Uh-oh. Everyone knew it in the entire stadium that was never going to work. Everybody knew it. Everyone knew it. And we're just going to continue to sit in and defend, even though for the past 10 minutes that hasn't done a thing. And they're going to win this in regulation time, 2-1. If Tuchel doesn't make a change to go back to the 4-2-3-1, this shit is over. Here comes the second, right now, back to back. 2-1. This is genuinely malpractice. I cannot believe what I'm watching. Rashford and Tony on for the last 5 minutes of the game. Go, Rashid! We're in the 12th minute of added time, and that's it. There's nothing you can say. That's just the worst managerial decisions I've ever seen. It's an embarrassment. interactions after the game across the way, as depressed as I am with the Argentina fans, is pretty cool. I would do anything for that to be happening over here, but it's just unfortunately what happened. I'm going to say something that I know is so ridiculous, but I don't even want to go to the final at this rate. As soon as we scored, I was like, oh my God, I get to watch England at a World Cup final. And Messi versus Yamal, Spain, Argentina ain't bad. I understand that, but that is so depressing. And that is that. I will see you at Euro 2028 to hopefully avenge this loss. But before we say goodbye for the final, we need to give it our Snapback experience score, and I will do my best not to let the final result affect the score.
It's the next morning, we've made it home, and it's time to give the Snapback experience score to England, Argentina, which was obviously devastating, but when you allow yourself a couple minutes to think about what you went to, it was truly such an insane spectacle. The fans and atmosphere came in at an 8.8. I talked about how insane it was pre-game before the match, that scene, and then during the anthems, them drowning each other out was like nothing I've ever seen before. Every other World Cup match, it's been respect for the other team's anthem. That all went out the door for this match. And then the only quiet parts were probably late in the first half when not much was happening. But other than that, the scenes before, during, and after were absolutely insane. The food came in at a 6.8. You have to give credit for the value that you can get on the food, but in reality, the pretzel was awful, the hot dog was awful, the pizza was awful. So you have to call a spade, but still, for $20, you're still victorious, essentially, in the game of the value. So still a 6.8 is solid, and you can get Chick-fil-A in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, so that gives it a tick as well. For uniqueness, I went with an 8.3. Getting to see England, my favorite team, against Messi, the greatest of all time, bumps it up, of course. And then the fact that this was probably the biggest game, all the history between these two nations. England fans were calling it their biggest match in 60 years. I think Argentina fans would agree that this is one of their biggest matches, a chance for Messi to get to another final, and then all the history that comes along with it. The fact that they had a war in 1980, the hand of God, Maradona, just a ton of crazy, unique things, and getting to sit in the England section. And then finally, Stadium City gameplay came in at a 7.9. You have the stadium, which is absolutely fantastic. Atlanta is a very solid stadium. And then the gameplay was good, not great, I would say. That first half was super lethargic. Nothing really happened. And then it really ratcheted up in the second half. So I think a 7.9 is very fair, which leaves the final score at an 8.11. You have to be an elite experience to get into the 8s, and England, Argentina, those fan bases, combined with Atlanta Stadium, it all made for just a fantastic match. I couldn't have been happier that I was there for it. I wish England won, but it is what it is, and we have one video left on this journey. Hit the subscribe button for the World Cup final, and comment down below if you're still here for this video. What do you want to see specifically at the World Cup final? What do you want me to highlight? What do you want me to show? Because I don't think I'll be joining a fan base. I'm just there to cover it as a neutral. So let me know what you guys are interested in seeing at the World Cup final, and I will see you in MetLife. I love you all. Peace.